Hello and welcome to ICTV's coverage of the 2020 AFL Central Australia Finals Series. And about to get underway shortly with the first of our three games today. We're starting off with an under-18 match between Papunya and Yuendumu. Promises to be a beauty too. Yuendumu, the reigning premiers in this grade. And Papunya have gone through this season undefeated. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, two-time CAFL Premiership coach and a premiership player in both the Premier League and the country competitions here in Central Australia on multiple occasions. Sean Cusack, gotta love it. Bush semi-final day.
Yeah, absolutely. Terrific day for footy, and we'll get to see the best community clubs at the final end of the season. So I'm looking forward to this game. Two rivalry communities, and we'll see some quality footy today.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry. Two great Western Desert rivals, Yuendumu and Papunya. They've been going at it hammer and tongs for the last 50, 60 years, out in their own communities as well as here in town. The under-18 competition, we can tell you, their final series already kicked off a little bit earlier. We just saw a pretty good game too between Ginger Porter and Plenty Highway. It's the end of the season for Plenty Highway. Ginger Porter will meet the loser of this particular game next week in the preliminary final. They won that match 13-5-83 to the Highwaymen, 9-6-60. 23-point victory in a high standard under-18 game of footy.
Yeah, absolutely. Great game of footy, and I think the games are only going to get better and better from here on in, Stan. And like I said, I'm looking forward to this game between these two communities.
Coming up later on, we've got a couple of elimination finals for the seniors. Plenty Highway versus Papunya, and then we'll finish off the day with an Amudgera derby too, Laramba versus Tea Tree. We were discussing just before we came on air how those two places used to combine together to produce the Roosters in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. And then a couple of years later, they became the Cowboys as well, combining with Mount Allen. So definitely a lot of connections between those between those two teams, and obviously a lot of family connections as well.
So a great rivalry coming up. Mentioned Papunya have gone through this under-18 season undefeated. I can give you some previous meetings between these two, and Yuendumu have one of only two clubs that have even got within 7 goals of Papunya this year. In round 6, Papunya 10-13-73, Yuendumu 6-3-39, so the margin was 34 points. And then way back in round 2, pretty similar. Papunya 9-4-58, Yuendumu 3-3-21. The margin 37 points. They're 9 wins this year, Papunya. An average winning margin of 58 points. So every time they go out, they're probably going to win by about 10 goals.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we watched them, commentated with them last week, and they were superb. Good skills and very quick side. And look, they were fantastic last week, and there's no reason. From what I can see from that last game, that's probably why they've finished where they are, because they are a quality side. So, interesting game of footy now.
Both teams heading into position, and big thank you. We've got our team sheets or something pretty close to them to work with.
Yeah,
I think
that's it. That's the Papunya one.
You've got 2 Papunyas, no Yuendumu. We'll see if we can get short a Yuendumu team sheet. I've got a bit of Papunyas from last week combined with this week, which might give us a little bit of a head start. Yeah. Certainly one player I'm looking forward to seeing again from this Papunya side was Shane Kamala. Smooth as.
Yeah, I was going to mention him, Stan. He played up forward, and he was brilliant. Just a really good size, and it looks like he's starting in the middle, but I've got to check that.
Yep. I reckon you've nailed it.
Yeah, he's starting in the middle today, which is a good move for them. Very lively, tall, wiry lad, and he goes pretty well.
The other one I did like too was Sam Pearce. Of course, this year the Moose side's going to have to do it without Tyson Woods. They won the premiership with him playing some great footy last year. Well, game underway. First centre clearance kick will go to Lindsay Rowe for Papunya. And he sends the footy out to the Gap Road side half-forward flank. There's Sam Pearce. I was just talking about him. Love that left boot. That's a raking kick inside 50. And the chest mark's been taken. Jordan Pollard's got it. Great start out of the middle for Papunya. Might have had a little bit of a chat with some people over the fence there before he started making his way in for this kick. With the left, gone a top, got onto it too. It's just offline and through for one behind. So lightning start for Papunya.
Yeah, as expected, you know, they got it quickly out of the middle and kicked directly to their forwards. Look, good start by those guys. Now, it's been intercepted, and I think it's gone to that player in Inkamala. Yep. Yeah, he was one of the ones who got it out of the middle not long ago, and he's intercepted the pass, intercepted the kick out. So Inkamala, nice kick, deliberate kick. That's what he did last week, Stan. Beautiful kick, good size, playing in the midfield, and the players get right behind him.
Well, certainly when you got a team that's dominated a competition like Papunya have this year, things can change in finals. There's a bit more pressure on them. Some nerves come into it. I reckon the nerves just got settled then. Yeah,
absolutely. I think it was good work by their midfield to get it out. I mean, it shows when you get that quick midfield movement, it shows that you're on. And the big fella, and Aben Sandy, who's doing the ruck, he's a good size ruckman, and when you're going up to someone who's got a good size and they put their body over the footy and they just push it forward, and Inkamala in there as well, fantastic stuff. And then Pierce, at half forward, so good start.
Not too sure if Yuendumu have had their hands on the footy too much, apart from maybe apart from the kicking.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So footy back in the middle. It's time they have it heading in their direction from the tap, but there's Shane Inkamala again, the man who kicked the goal. Onto the left boot, kick towards the half-forward flank. Bounce eluded a one-on-one contest there. Following it up is Sam Pearce. Pearce gets it inside the attacking 50. Ball taken just inside the boundary line by Malcolm Malta, but then he loses possession of it over the line. And we'll get a boundary throw in deep in the Papunya forward pocket. Gee, that movement of the football out of the centre square deep into attack has been swift both times now by Papunya. Big ruckman there, slapped it to his own advantage, tried to knock it further forward, but now Yuendumu able to get it out of the fence, but straight to Shane Inkamala. He'll send it forward for Papunya again.
Yeah, Inkamala looking for his forwards. Players go to ground. Good play there by the Yuendumu defence. They go directly into the middle of the ground here at Traeger Park. Papunya players are in there. Good play to get the handball out. Under pressure, Papunya still got the footy. Good work. Still going, gets it to his teammate. They're away, goes to half forward. Great work there for Papunya.
Mark being taken low to the ground by Morris Roberts. Got it moving quickly further forward. Aben Sandy now, long one in towards the goal square. The ball off, hands to the back, quick snap in towards goal. Looks good. Little fella's kicked it. Might be Patrick Minor. He got a few last week. We'll have to wait for him to turn around. We'll have a look at that number. He's high-fiving all his teammates down the ground. And Papunya off to a flying start. Just having a bit of a look out there too, Sean. We might have the Yuendumu team sheet, but matching it up with those very difficult to see numbers ain't going to be easy.
Yeah, you can't really see the number because of the Guernsey, the whites and the Guernsey. So it might be a bit hard.
Footy clubs need to think about that. Which ones in particular now? You're getting your footy on television. You need to be thinking that your players need to be identified.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Inkamala's in there again. Gets a quick kick away. Goes towards Yuendumu's forward line. Players at half back. Great pick up there by the Yuendumu player. Kicks it in, looking for his... Oh, well done. Good mark. Snap on goal. Good reply. First time they went into the forward line and they kick a goal.
Well, they certainly needed to do that, Yuendumu, because another quick goal to Papunya, and suddenly, even though we're only 5 minutes in, the scoreboard looks like it's out of control. Oh, good luck spotting those numbers. We know which player kicked it.
It looked like Clifford Wheeler number 9 for Yuendumu.
Alrighty, so we'll try that.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Both players go at it. Yuendumu, they get another opportunity to go forward. Great kick, raking kick to the forward line. It's a one-on-one contest. Ball goes to ground. Yuendumu toe poke it forward. Papunya now got to do a lot of work. Yuendumu could kick a goal. Another goal within a minute.
Yeah.
Free kick. Play on, umpire calls.
Umpire called it a throw. Well, shouldn't be play on because I think the free kick should be going Yuendumu's way.
Going to Yuendumu's way.
Ball was airborne off the palm. Then the fist came through to hit it. So I think, is this the bloke who kicked the goal earlier?
Clifford Wheeler, number 9.
I can't even tell if it's a 9, mate. Even on the TV screen, they're very hard to make out, these numbers.
That's him. He's got an opportunity to kick another goal. Yep.
It is a 9.
Yep.
I think we need to get someone down there at quarter time with a tin of black paint. And they can fix those numbers right up for us.
Oh, just a bit offline. He's done well though. At least he's given him an option.
Yeah, at the moment it's Clifford Wheeler, 1 goal, 1-7. Yuendumu's entire score, Papunya 2-1-13. Power and Water scoreboard.
Here you go, Papunya. Out on that wing. They're moving the ball. This is what they did last week. They didn't panic. Great kick over the top to Rowe. Rowe now with the head guard. Goes long to his half forward. Finds Pearce. Big fella's coming out of full forward. Great play by the little man. Papunya.
Was it 17?
Got players loose. Oh, short pass is not on. Yuendumu now. Got to work hard to make the tackle. Great play by the big man. Just offline though. For Papunya out in the full.
And I'll just track back a little bit. The second goal kicked by Papunya, Sean, I can tell you, was Rich Minor. There's been a few of them over the years, hasn't there?
Yeah, Jeremiah Minor just kicked, Josiah Minor just kicked it out on the full. So there's a few minors out there.
Ball to strike gold, hopefully. So footy with Yuendumu close into the boundary line. A little bit of a palm off. Good stuff there by Caracey Collins. Kicks it towards the wing. Big pack of players flew for that one. Ball off hands. Yuendumu after the footy. Rex Forrest can't pick it up. Now Papunya player trying to play it. Well, claim a free kick for being held while not in possession. I reckon it was given advantage taken. It was Lindsay Rowe that got the free. His teammate took the footy, kicked it inside 50. Little nudge out and another snap and a goal.
That's his second.
Is that Rich Minor again?
Yeah, that's him.
Well, Rich Minor has struck a rich vein of form at the moment.
I don't even have to look at the number now, Stan. Those orange boots and the quick movement. He's doing really well up there in the forward. I'll tell you what, Papunya are looking for their forwards. They actually kick into their teammates. The forwards are presenting and giving them options. And look, they're playing quite well at the moment. It looks like an overall team performance at the moment. They're all chipping in. And, they're playing quite well at the moment. But I tell you what, Collins has got the last 2 clearances for Yuendumu. So if he gets his hands on the footy, he could go forward quite quickly as well. Him and Pollard are having a good battle there.
Not sure about the pronunciation. We've got Caracey written down on the team sheet with a little bit of a question mark next to it, so we're not sure. Out of the middle again, Papunya, Shane Inkamala was involved.
Oh, nice pass.
Yeah, kick forward was a good one too. It's Pearce. Pearce quickly plays on 2, centres it up into the corridor, and that man Shane Inkamala again continuing to run out of the centre. Now he can shoot for goal from about 35 metres out directly in front, looking for his second.
Him and Pearce link up really, really well. Rowe's the other one as well, who's in Lindsay Rowe. He's a brilliant midfielder.
Shane Inkamala shot a goal, made the goal umpire do a little bit of work to the right. It's offline, it's through for a behind. Papunya 3-2-20, Yuendumu 1-1-7 on the Power and Water scoreboard.
Interesting times. I mean, we know Yuendumu have got the players to get it down the other end, but the pressure being applied at the moment by Papunya has been fantastic.
Looking for Collins again.
Now Collins flies, ball goes out the back of the pack there. Yuendumu player goes to ground. Now Papunya do fantastically well again. They cover. Ball up one-on-one. Great play there by the big man. He's got to get the ball on the boot. He does. Aben Sandy. Ball goes to ground. It's still in between the middle of the ground and half forward. Papunya players in there again. They're working hard. Sandy gets back in there for Papunya. Ball goes over the back though. Yuendumu fighting really hard. They're working. Well done. They've got the ball out now. Now they've got to use it. Gives a quick handball over. Can't pick up that player, but he kicks it beautifully over the top. Player goes, works, he's working really hard in there. Umpire's going to have to ball it up. It's not going anywhere, and he does.
Ball up deep in attack for the Magpies. They're down by 13 points on the Parramatta scoreboard. 6.5 minutes to go in this opening term.
Wilson's in the ruck. Wilson now still there. Plays goes at the back of the pack. Quick snap by that player.
Yeah, look, we'll just let you know, listeners, you're not hearing too many Yuendumu names at the moment.
Marshall.
Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble picking up the numbers on the back of the jumpers. They don't stand out. They blend right into the jumper, and
it's a bit hard.
Not going to be easy. Just something for team managers and club officials to take note of. Get numbers that can be seen. Here comes Papunya. Just paddling the ball off the half-back line. Man of the moment, Shane and Kamala. Oh, some fancy dancing to get around one. Then he has a bounce, steadies up and kicks long to the half-forward flank. Waiting underneath it, Terrence Abbott takes the mark. Bumped into Terrence a little bit earlier. Said he'd send a cheerio to all the lads at Urara College. He's given off the handball. Long kick by Josiah Minor right into the goal square. Ball spills to the back. Chance here for Papunya. Some good evasive skills, and then the shot at goal is through. Might be Terrence Rabuncha. Bit of a guess there on the goal kicker, but nonetheless a goal to Papunya, their fourth.
Yeah, how good was his evasive skills? Beautiful play.
It might have been the number 9 on the back. See on the replay here, just stepping around and then steadying.
Yeah, great kick.
And he's put it through. Papunya 4-2-26. Yuendumu 1-2-8.
Players just sorting themselves out. He's got to get half forward. He's just got to move back to half forward. We've already got the 4 in there for Papunya at the moment.
Waiting for that 6-6-6 set up to be exactly right. Second year in a row we've done the commentary, Sean, and we do lose a bit of time with this.
And just one of the Yuendumu players in Marshall has to go from the back line to the
There's a lot of traffic
yeah.
cops out there at the moment. People pointing in all directions,
It's
and now Papunya get a free kick.
Confusing, doesn't it? Papunya now to go forward. Good mark there. Big man in Minor. Minor now goes the old top of the square. Players fly.
Oh.
Papunya player in there. Is that Minor?
That might be the Patrick one.
Oh, he gives off the handball to his teammate, to Richard Minor.
Well, I think it was Minor to Minor.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
For a major score. Papunya 5-2-32, Yuendumu 1 goal to 8. And gee, this Papunya under 18 juggernaut continues. We've got the replay here. Nice long kick by Josiah Minor.
Great mark.
So Minor's involved everywhere here. There's the mark. Yep, number 18, Patrick Minor.
And I think Patrick Minor just came off as well.
Yep, and then a little handball to Richard Minor. 3 players with the surname Minor in a row involved in that passage of play for Papunya.
And Pollard replaces him, Andrew Pollard. It just shows you how much depth they've got there.
That's what struck me last week. They seem even right across the board.
Yep.
From full forward to full back. Just an even team. A lot of players of similar build too. Nice height. but mobile. Here's a chance for the Magpies. This time they get a centre clearance kick. It's a low one inside 50. It's been cut off. Papunya defence standing tall. Now they send it forward again. Nice kick out to Emmanuel Corby. He's got it at centre half back. He's got the kick away. It was cleverly smothered. So I reckon there was a call of play on. So here go the Magpies in towards goal. Oh, got caught in the second tackle. Too high?
Yeah, definitely.
Look, I don't think there was any.
No.
I don't think there was any malice in it. So it's Ziggy Williams with the footy.
It's good play by Ziggy Williams. Just took the game on, you know. The Papunya player had him. He just got him a bit high.
So shot at goal coming up for Ziggy Williams.
Ooh.
Oh, a bit of a half barrel going on there. Goal umpire Terry Bell. Thousands of games of experience down there. Puts up the signal for 1 behind to Yuendumu. They move on to 139. Papunya 5-2-32. Power and Water scoreboard.
Here goes Papunya. Rubunja now goes to half back. Finds his teammate in Butler. Kicks it out wide. Can't pick up that player at the moment. Gives it across to Roberts. Roberts gives the handball back to Roberts. Ball goes to ground. Half forward.
Little bit of housekeeping just with the goal kickers, Sean. The one I thought might have been Terence from Buncher. I've had a little bit of a look around. I reckon it might have been Zach West that got it.
Ball goes long. Good play there by the big man, Yuendumu defender. Kicks it. Intercepted there by Pearce. Goes to ground. Number 22 does a really good job there. Wilson. Ball gets relieved now. Back on the wing. Papunya take an easy mark.
Even when Yuendumu do go forward, Papunya have got the wall set up and seem to have the answers. Nice kick into the centre of the ground. Aben Sandy's taking the mark. Big fella. Spots a couple on the half-forward flank. Gee, that was a nice kick too. Lindsay Rose taking the mark in front of the eyes. And now another short pass. Gee, the foot passing skills are very, very good here from Papunya.
Yeah.
This is a good footy side. Shot at goal coming up. It might be Zach West again to look for his second.
Yeah, number 11. Yeah.
Or is it 11, is it? Oh, no, that's Sam Pearce then.
Sammy.
Pearce with the left. He looked good with his kicking around the field, and he looks good in front of goal as well. He puts it through right on the quarter-time siren. Papunya, what a start to the double chance semi-final. 6-2-38 to Yuendumu, 1 goal, 3-9. And I think one of the players we just mentioned there, Sean, someone who had a fair bit to do with it, Sam Pearce, Shane Kamala, Richard Miner's got 3 goals. Everywhere you look on this Papunya side, they've got winners at the moment.
Can I also mention that young Tyson Woods is playing today?
Is he?
Yeah, number 10 down there. He's been a bit quiet. So, I mean, Papunya have been fantastic, and they've used the footy really well. And those players that you mentioned, they're all over it at the moment, and they're up and about, and they're getting some good leadership from Inkamala and Pearce and those sort of blokes. So I think Yuendumu have just got to work out a bit about their structure and a bit about where to position blokes, and they've got the players, but they're just being outplayed at the moment.
Yeah, look, just to give a pat on the back to a couple of their blokes, Carassi Collins has been absolutely terrific, and Ziggy Williams giving him a bit up forward. Pretty comfortable lead to Papunya at quarter time. You're watching CAFL footy and you're watching it on ICTV. We'll be back with more shortly.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Batchelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Batchelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
watching ICTV, showing our way.
Have you washed your hand?
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
Hello and welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2020 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Finals Series. Finals action underway. We're 1 quarter into our telecast of the Papunya versus Yuendumu double chance semi-final for the under-18 competition. And magnificent first quarter by Papunya. They're undefeated, this under-18 team. And they were in great nick in that first term. 6-2-38, Yuendumu 1-3-9. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Sean Cusack. And the umpires have got things going rather quickly as Josiah Minor strides out of the centre for Papunya and kicks long into the forward pocket. The mark's been taken on the last line of defence by Nathaniel White for Yuendumu. Bit of guesswork going on with the Yuendumu numbers. We can't pick them up too well at the ground or on the screen at the moment. We've got white on white to deal with, but the Magpies managed to get the ball out of the fence all the way towards the wing where it's rolled over the boundary line. Doesn't look like we've got boundary umpires for this one. Sean, we didn't have them last week.
It's a bit of a shame.
So another kick for Josiah Minor.
Yeah, Minor now drives the ball long to the half forward. Yuendumu plays there. They cover off really well. Ball comes back to where it basically came from. Players go up. Minor flies hard. Good play by the Maggies. Maggies now kick long to their half forward line. Ball goes to ground. Papunya player in there first. They gather the footy. Oh, great skills. Good pass. Well done. Butler takes the mark.
So Butler from the wing. Kicks to just forward of the wing. Nice service by the Butler. Put it straight onto the chest of his teammate Lindsay Rowe, who's taken the mark and then taken off. Played on one bounce, a second bounce. Gets to the attacking 50. Kicks a wobbly one into the forward pocket. I think that might have gone out of bounds on the full before Malcolm Moulter got the big hands on it.
Oh, he's paid it.
Oh, he's paid the mark.
This is the trouble with no
boundary umpires. Bit hard to tell. And now they've paid it out on the full.
So he's done the right thing.
Maybe the goal umpire, maybe Terry Bell had some influence over that one as the Magpies send it back towards the half-back flank. Acrobatic jump from behind by Ethan Miller. Couldn't take the mark, but his recovery was pretty good. Popped the handball over to centre half-back. Might have to go back and get him himself. He's gone to ground just as he tried to pick it up. And now Papunya scrub a little kick forward.
Ball still in basically the middle of the ground. Big bump, free kick. Go to the Magpies player.
A little bit of push and shove going on in the middle at the moment. Maybe Yuendumu trying to assert some physical authority because Papunya have got him on the scoreboard at the moment. Might be a way to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, Yuendumu now on the wing. Take the mark.
Just on the replay there, we just saw the bump.
Half forward. Ball goes off. Good mark there by the Papunya player. Good relieving mark. Goes towards the middle of the ground. Rowe now.
It's been good.
Oh, Rowe. Tries to go over the top. Yuendumu players are there. Fantastic effort now. Woods He's underneath it. Goes high. Good play there by that player, and Stevens, I think it is. Woods now gets it back. Oh, good work by both players. Fantastic exhibition of footy. Great work.
Now that we know it's Tyson Woods, we thank him for making it easy for us too with the long white sleeves.
Yes.
Should be able to pick him up, and as the game goes on, we certainly expect him to get plenty of football. Played for Territory Thunder last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Good young fella, and good to see him out there with the Maggies.
Boundary throw in right in front of the tree of knowledge as the Magpies stream away with the football. Kick goes deep into the forward pocket, a bit too deep. It's out of bounds, and Papunya will end up getting the free kick over there. Kyle Butler to take it, and he's going to go to a dangerous spot towards centre half back. Oh, had the tall timber there. Josiah Minor, who's been very good, has taken the mark and played on.
Yeah, Minor, 2 bounces, kicks it to half forward. Players there. Ball goes out the back. This could be dangerous. Papunya, top of the square. No, it actually goes further than that and goes through from behind.
Oh, Sam Pearce was lurking, waiting for the handball there.
Yeah, I reckon if Sam Pearce got his hands on it, might have been a different story.
Well, Yuendumu about to extend the title a little bit in the second term. That's Papunya's first score.
Yeah, Yuendumu have been quite good. They've started off really well, and they're getting a bit more of the footy.
Oh, Shane Inkamala got a little bit of a ride, but well done to the little bloke from Yuendumu. He's the one who ended up with the footy. Lost it when tackled. Hands and knees there. Andrew Pollard at it momentarily for Papunya. Now the whistle's gone.
How's the effort? Number 4. He was awesome.
Terrific. He had no rights to be involved with that at all.
Goes to Williams now. Short pass. Drop ball there by the Yuendumu player. Has to gather again. Ball goes back to Papunya. Gave a handball, but didn't go to the target. Inkamala's in there. Good play there by... Yeah, this is Tommy Hargraves.
That's Tommy Hargraves, is it?
Yeah, Hargraves goes long, finds Woods. That's right. Yeah, Hargraves to Woods. Well done. And Hargraves has been fantastic. And we thought that was Collins earlier on.
That explains it. Senior experience this year with South, Tommy Hargraves. Cheerio to his granddad, Ned.
Yes.
He might be here at the footy, might be sitting at home watching. Legend of bush footy. This lad might end up being one himself one day. Tyson Woods gets a much-needed goal on the board for Yuendumu. It's first goal of the second term. We were just saying how they've stemmed the flow a bit at the start of this quarter. Now they've got one on the board, and that's the approach they have to take.
Yeah, well, that's it. And the thing is, if you... Inkamala, Rowe... who's the other player? Sandy. You get the ball in, and obviously...
there goes Tommy Hargraves on the replay.
Yeah, there he goes. Strong player.
And Tyson Woods.
Great kick too.
You've got to think Tyson Woods not 100%. If he's just staying in the goal square at full forward, you'd love to have that influence around the middle, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was going to mention earlier. Like Inkamala and Pollard and those sort of guys are getting the ball from the midfield and they're moving it forward. Looks like there's a free kick. It's going to go towards Papunya.
Umpire was signalling over the shoulder.
Now is this Pearce? Yep. Pearce. Short pass. Oh, he just tries to be a bit too tricky, I reckon. And it goes towards the Yuendumu player there. Ball goes out of bounds. The umpire will ball it up.
We get a ball up there. Inside the 50. Oh, I think that'll be a Papunya free kick. You caught that on the ICTV screens. Just wasn't much need for that.
Yeah, he did well, like to make it hard for the Papunya players there and just knock it out of bounds. So he did his job.
Shane Inkamala gets a shot at goal from the snake pick pocket. One thing in his favour, he's a left footer. He can run out a little bit and open up the angle. It's pretty hard for right footers from there, and looks pretty hard for a left footer too as it drifts across the face of goal. Big pack of players flew for it. Ball spills out towards Tommy Hargraves. Gets through a bit of traffic there, then has a bounce. And he needs someone to kick to. He's been tackled eventually, got the handball away just in time. Plenty of numbers on the defensive 50 here for Yuendumu, but they can't keep the ball in play. It's over the boundary line, and this time the umpire's calling for a ball up.
Yeah, good play by Tommy Hargraves just to take it on. It's a free kick, I think, because it's outside the 50-metre area.
I was thinking a bit of lack of consistency here, but no.
I'm not a fan of this because it's finals footy and...
Oh, we are getting the ball up.
Oh,
Oh, well, some of the signalling has got us looking in a few different directions, mate.
good play there by Minor just to get it back to his half-forward line. Oh, well done. Silky skills there by Roberts. Roberts now top of the square. Yuendumu player there takes a good mark. The big man there in, looks like Wilson. Anyways, ball's back at half-back now for the Magpies. Oh, good play by both players from both teams. Ball still at half-forward for Papunya. Oh, great tackle there by the Yuendumu players. The intensity's definitely lifted. Yuendumu are going to clear this because of their hard work. Ball goes to the middle of the ground. The back of the pack, good play. Well done, goes to half-forward. Ball goes out the back, they're on here. He just needs to get it over the top. Good play though by Papunya, well done. Their half-backs working overtime. Yuendumu are in there too. Ball going back to the centre of the ground. Great work by both teams.
Patrick Minor got the handball out. Did a lot of hard work at the bottom of the pack. Kick forward mark by Sam Pearce at centre half forward. Pearce goes inside 50 with a lovely left foot. That kick was just perfect. So Pearce with a perfect drop punt finds his teammate in a 50-metre penalty. Will turn it into a certain goal for Papunya. Yeah, Pearce is kicking on the left. Impressed with it last week and just as impressed this week. Point blank range here for Jalen Anderson for Papunya. Famous surname with their footy. Probably no bigger surname in Papunya footy than Anderson. Jalen Anderson from 1 metre out puts it through. They've got their first goal of the second term. It's their 7th and their lead is 30 points on the Power and Water scoreboard.
Yeah, and that was anybody's goal. I mean, it went, Yuendumu did really well to get it out. And it was very lucky at half forward. One little flick over the top to Tyson Woods and he was in space. But the Papunya half back line were fantastic. Butler, you know, he was great in that part of the ground. West, fantastic. You know, they worked really hard to get it out.
Two little minors at the bottom of the pack too, Patrick and Richard.
Yep.
They've had a lot of influence. They're probably the mosquito fleet of this team too. The rest of the team is at nice, even height.
Yep.
They look like they're going to have a team of 6-footers in the future, Papunya.
Yeah, absolutely.
And plenty of skill to go with it. Ball up in the middle. Looks like Tommy Hargraves moved into that centre square, and I think they need him in there, and they might need Tyson Woods in there as well. Hargraves paddles the ball forward for Yuendumu. Gets it up to their attacking 50. Still a chance to get possession of it here. Hunting it, but tough there with Josiah Minor and a couple of teammates to beat. Eventually, Minor gets the footy from the wing. Long kick inside the attacking 50. Pushing in the marking contest. The crumbs spill Yuendumu's way. Quick kick out to Hargraves, who spilt the mark on the wing. Had it spent before he got it. Picked up now by Patrick Minor for Papunya. His kick's gone very wide and bounces off his teammate's chest over the boundary line. Should be a free kick to Yuendumu.
Yeah, now Yuendumu get it. Wilson. Wilson now kick from half back. Kicks it towards the player. Well done. Good play there by Yuendumu. They're moving it to half forward. They got another opportunity to go here. They do. Quick handball over the top. Fantastic effort. I think that's Marshall now who's got the footy. Short pass now to his teammate. Can't pick up his number, but he's front of the scoreboard. Gets around his opponent. Well done. Just offline though. Good one-on-one effort there. Brilliant play.
Magpies move their score on to 2-4-16. Papunya 7-3-45.
I think that was Clifford Wheeler, but I'm not sure.
6 minutes to go in this second term, and Yuendumu have got themselves back into this contest. Kick in comes out towards Shane Kamala. Didn't get the footy this time. It spills over to Lindsay Rowe. Another one of their quality players from half back. His kick into the centre is pretty good. Big Malta's taking the mark and indicates with a hand signal there that he wants to slow everything down. In fact, it's Aben Sandy. Sandy, long kick up towards the attacking 50. A couple of Papunya players there combining. Short pass goes towards, that's Malcolm Malta, the big fella bowled over there. And Yuendumu able to clear up out of defence. Nice short pass, I'm not too sure if that was marked.
Wilson, that fullback.
And holding the ball, the decision, just as they were about to get it out of defence. Papunya come up with a free kick and they'll go deep inside 50 again.
Yeah, short pass over the top. Finds his teammate in Malta. Malta now. He'll kick from about 45 metres out. Big man kicks it. Just offline. Magpie players now will kick it out.
Goal umpire Terry Bell down there doing the waving. Who's on top of the AFL ladder? Port. He'd be barracking for them this year. That's the way Terry does it. Kick in for Yuendumu. Just favouring that far side of the ground. Is that big Wilson again?
Wilson, yeah.
Gee, thumping kick from him too towards centre forward. Bounced off the chest of the Papunya defender. Got a few numbers. Oh, player taken high there for Yuendumu. As soon as the Papunya player did it, he put his hands up as if to say, whoops, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, he knew Keith Butler.
Here's a replay. As you can see him standing there with his hands up. So, Yuendumu, much needed shot at goal from right on 50. I won't go for goal.
Woods takes an easy grab.
He's the man, and I clearly think he can't be 100%. Otherwise, you'd have him in the middle of the ground. Up forward, even not 100%. I reckon he could get you some goals. He's got one already.
Woods now. Last goal kicker for the Magpies. No problems with that. Oh, just offline. Can I just say, Clifford Wheeler, to do what he did then, to get that ball from half forward was fantastic.
So Papunya bring the footy back into play. They're going to come grandstand side. It's a high kick. Josiah Minor, the target. Nice mark too. And good opposition too with Tommy Hargraves around him. Placed the kick nicely too, out wide towards the boundary line, and the mark taken on the wing by Morris Robert. Robert gives it back to Minor. Minor's kicked this one off the side of the boot, a wobbly one. It'll bounce in the centre square and then towards centre forward for Papunya. One Yuendumu player there in amongst a few Papunyas. He socked off the ground. The mark taken by Richard Minor now for Papunya. Right in the centre of Traeger Park, the centre of Australian football.
Gibson now, he's in there, he's involved. Good play there by Papunya. They're working hard at their half forward line. Quick kick over the top. I think that's, I think that was a bit of a throw. But anyways, Magpie players working hard. They kick it back to the centre of the ground here at Traeger Park. Papunya now. Oh, big tackle there by the Magpies player. Good work there. Ball at the back. Now Papunya pick it up. Aby, big fella. Goes, I've had enough of this, and goes long. He's looking for the...
big Terrence Abbott.
Big man flies high. Free kick, though, to the Magpies player in Wilson. Wilson now. He's got a few players there. He can chip it over. He does that.
21, I think. Nathaniel White.
Yeah, kicks it to White. White now, short passes. Good pass. What number we got there, Steve?
Nah, I'd be guessing, mate.
Goes long in front of the grandstand, going for Hargraves. Oh, Hargraves, unfortunately not to get a free kick. Rowe now. Rowe kicks the ball long. Oh, he cops a little bit as well. Players flying everywhere and players... This will be interesting. Which way are we going?
Well, I would have thought it was upfield to Papunya. A yellow card come out here. That's going to make it tougher for Yuendumu. They needed everything to go their way after that first term onslaught from Papunya, but now one man down. And free kick upfield. Will there be a 50 to go with it? No. Just a free kick upfield.
I don't think there was too much in that, Stan.
It seemed to be as he was kicking.
Yeah. It wasn't late, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, with all the chaos, Papunya just get on playing footy.
Anderson again.
Yuendumu have done such a good job in this term too to stem the flow. They've broken even with Papunya in this term, and if not for a missed set shot a goal, they could have won this term.
Yep. It's just finals footy puts a lot of pressure on players.
There goes the half-time siren, and a much more even second quarter. Papunya 7-5-47, lead Yuendumu 2-5-17. So that margin is 30 points. It was 29 at quarter time. So that's an even quarter.
Yep.
What Yuendumu are going to have to do is come out and do that again in the third, and maybe just see if they can maybe win the quarter by a goal or two, and then they're in the match. Papunya would be looking to, well, I don't know if they could repeat what they did in the first term, but they'd be looking to get somewhere back towards how they were playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Early on.
Yuendumu have got the players there, but I just think position-wise, maybe Woodsy in the midfield. Now look, Wilson's been fantastic in defence too. He's got a tough job up there. He's been, you know, he's worked really hard, and he's picked up a few players, and so look, interesting second half coming up.
I'll give you the goal kickers up until half time. Firstly for Papunya, Richard Minor kicked 3 goals in the opening term. We've got 1 each for Shane Kamala, Zach West, Sammy Pearce and Jalen Anderson. And for Yuendumu, 1 goal each for Clifford Wheeler and Tyson Woods. You're watching CAFL Community Finals footy on ICTV. Plenty more to come, 2.5 more games in fact, including a couple of senior elimination finals. Stay with us on ICTV. We'll be back with more shortly.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big orally. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for lake and save the precious water in your community. We finally get to do the lake. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. Maybe I can hunt for lynx too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
The baby.
Have you washed your hand?
Water! How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
Batchelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Batchelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Milpa the Trachoma goanna is here to show you how to protect yourself, your family and your community from coronavirus. Make sure you wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Keep 3 steps away from all people. Cough and sneeze into your elbow or tissue and throw used tissues into the bin. Wash your hands with soap and water again. Don't share drinks and smokes. And stay home if you don't need to go out. For more information about coronavirus, COVID-19, please contact your local health clinic.
Your kids are watching and learning from you. Went to see my son on the weekend playing footy. He did so well. Kicked a couple of goals. I was so proud, eh? Look at that kid kicking the footy there.
Yeah, he just kicked to my daughter.
True, how's she going?
Yeah, she's doing so well, hey, at school. So proud of her.
She's got a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your son been up to?
Your kids need you to set a good example. Talk to Congress about quitting today.
ICTV, showing our way.
Did you know us Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are born with the best vision in the world?
It's true.
Yeah, and you also need good eyes to mark and kick the footy.
Yeah.
Did you also know that some kids in communities have sick eyes from trachoma?
Is that where you wash your face whenever it's dirty, to have strong eyes and stop trachoma?
Sure is, Jay. It's fun and easy too. So remember,
clean faces, strong eyes.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Water. How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
Do you know that too much alcohol is not good for our family and our community? What do you think about making our home grog-free?
Russ, you always rock up with 2 beers. You rocked up with 2. The last time you rocked up with 1. Left the 10. What do you mean? I bought the last one. I bought 6 or 7. Get out of here.
I'm really glad we made the choice to make our home alcohol-free.
Yeah, me too. It's okay to say no.
Drinking grog when pregnant can cause fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, FASD. Grog before, during and after pregnancy is no good for dad, mum and bub.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
Hello and welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2020 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Final Series. We're halfway through our first game of telecast in the final series, and it's an under-18 clash. It's a double chance semi-final. Papunya leading Yuendumu 7-5-47 to 2-5-17 on the Power and Water scoreboard. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Sean Cusack. And Sean, that game did change in the second term. The first term belonged to Papunya, the undefeated team coming into this game, and they whacked on 6 quick goals to Yuendumu's 1 in that opening term. But Yuendumu dug their heels in the second quarter. It was 1 goal each. You look at the margin now, 30 points. It's still a fair way, but semi-finals have been won from that position before.
Yeah, look, basically it's a 5-goal game. That's what it is, and you know, Yuendumu have come back, and I mean the scoreboard doesn't always tell about the game either. They had a few scoring shots there, Yuendumu, and if they capitalised, they probably could have been a bit further up on the scoreboard. But to Papunya's credit, they've been fantastic. When the pressures come, they've also answered. So they finished with the last 5 minutes up in their forward line of that second quarter.
I guess the other thing for Yuendumu to think about, this isn't a knockout final. They lose this, they still play in a prelim next week. But if they lose this, going down fighting and narrowing the margin, well, 2 weeks later, if they win the prelim, suddenly they can actually look forward to the grand final with some confidence. So it's not necessarily about storming back and winning this game, but being competitive in it and knowing that you're a chance up against this team in 2 weeks' time if you can't win it.
Yeah, that's it. And knowing that you can push them and knowing that you can force them to do things they probably wouldn't normally do. And if they keep applying that pressure and they'll go back and reassess it and then go, okay, this is what we need to improve on. Whereas Papunya, they've just, basically did the job on everybody this year, and what their systems are in place, they're flying.
They are. A couple of quick goals here to Yuendumu though, and suddenly Papunya would be under a type of pressure that they haven't been put under all year.
Yeah, well, that's it. And then that can do funny things to the mental state of you as an individual player, but as to your team as well.
Yeah, both teams out in the middle, ready to go. Oh, just look down on the sidelines there, and South coach Darren Talbot doing the running duties for Yuendumu. Of course, played stacks of footy for them over the years, captained them in premierships as well. So making sure he keeps the finger in the Yuendumu pie.
So we got our request there. We got Woods and Hargraves in the middle for Yuendumu. And look, straight away, Woods gets his hand on the footy, gives a quick handball over the top. Papunya plays in there, and that's Inkamala. Oh, what a surprise. Has a bounce too, backs himself. Short passes are to that guy in Pearce. Linking up again, Stan.
The two of them have been standouts over the last 2 weeks when we've been commentating this team. Now, this bloke has a lovely left-footed kick on the run, just in foot passing. Can be different in front of goals. And it was a nice-looking kick, just a bit offline according to Terry Bell.
Yeah. They look for each other. I tell you, Inkamala he could have went direct to the goal square, but he looked for Pearson. Hargraves now take the easy mark from half-back for the Magpies. Chooses to play on. He's got a little bit of work to do here. Good play. Oh, quick chip over. Finds his teammates in Watson. Watson now goes to the wing position here at Traeger Park. Papunya players are in there. That player in Roberts. Roberts now gets on his boot. Good pass goes at the back though. Hargraves doing a mountain of work. He's looking for Woods. They've lost the ball in the sun now. Woods gets the run of it, gets a handball. Over to his teammates. He's got two players there. Papunya closing in. Great snap on goal.
Well done.
So that player and Wheeler's been their shining light today. If there's one player that's actually winning his position up in their forward line, it's him.
So Clifford Wheeler gets his second goal on the board. Yeah, just what we were saying before half-time. Could it be happening, Sean? There's Tyson Woods on the replay getting involved. Like we said, the move of him into the centre. And that's a pretty good snap.
Yeah, it's a great snap under pressure.
Not much time to think about it there. The ball in his hands and quickly onto the boot. Suddenly the margin now down to 25 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. Yuendumu coming at Papunya 3-5-23 to 7-6-48.
Yeah, I think that's Collins in the ruck, and he'll ruck against Terrence Abbott. It's a better setup there by the Magpies. Ball up. Oh, Magpies win it, Collins. Ball goes to half forward now. Players one-on-one. Oh, good play there by the Papunya player there. He's got to get rid of it. Good play, well done. Gets out to Roberts. Roberts now, short pass over the top. Finds his teammate in row. Here they go, Papunya. Good work. Finds number 6 in Inkamala. Nope. That's not Inkamala.
Terrence from Buncher it was.
Buncher.
Rabunch's kick, long inside the attacking 50. Plenty of Yuendumu defenders there flying in the marking contest. Ball spills free. Soccer off the ground, gets him some distance. It's gone straight to the opposition, and Papunya will send it back in their direction straight away. Kick out wide. Big Josiah Minor tried to tap it to its own advantage. Well done by the Magpies. Stood their ground. And he'll be able to run it out of defence. Who was it, Sean?
Rex Forrester.
Well done, Rex Forrester. The kick, probably not his best effort in the end, but it was great play. He's gained about 100 metres for him, out of bounds on the full. Papunya's free kick.
Sorry, that's White. Nathaniel White. Fantastic.
Reminded me of Riley White in the old days, charging out of the back line for Yuendumu.
Ball now. Abbott gets a quick boot, but here's trouble. The Magpies now got a bit of space to move. Short passes on.
That was Rex Forrest kicking it.
Great pass by Forrest. And he finds his teammate, number 13, is it? Trying, I think it's Brown. Or number 3.
Maybe he knew we couldn't see his number and he didn't want to get his name on the score sheet. He's missed.
Number 3, and it's not actually on here, but it could be Brown. Fantastic lead, though, by the young man.
Well, Yuendumu showing a bit here in this third term. They're making a game of this. Chance for Terence Rabunja off half back for Papunya. Kick towards centre wing. Morris Roberts loping after the footy. Oh, a little bit of a fumble. Gave his opponent time to put pressure on, but Roberts equal to the challenge. Geez, kick to the 50 was a good one. And the mark's being taken by the Big Mac, Travis McDonald.
Yeah, we know he's classy. Chips it over the top. Finds his teammates in Robert. Chips it over. Finds the big guy there in Sandy. Aben Sandy.
They just shared that around. There was no panic.
That's the best thing about their side. They share the footy quite a lot.
And their foot passing skills are very good. Oh, and the goal kicking skills not too bad either. As Aben Sandy puts that one through. Papunya get their first goal of the second half and get the margin back out to what it was at half time. 30 points of difference on the Power and Water scoreboard.
It's funny that it can happen quite often where a team kicks X amount of goals in the first quarter.
Just a couple of steps.
Beautiful kick by big man Sandy.
Wasn't that far short of the 50 metres either.
No.
About 45.
Yeah, and that can happen a lot, with a team that kicks a few goals early, and that normally remains the same for the rest of the game because the other team's trying to catch up. And yeah.
Well, the response by Papunya, but the scoreboard hasn't changed much margin-wise since quarter time here. Yuendumu, we're looking to string together a couple of quick ones, maybe this time with a centre clearance kick from Tyson Woods. Good punch away from behind by the Papunya defence. And followed the play up too, did Byron Roberts. To enable Papunya to get it up to the half-forward flank. Shane Kamala surrounded by Yuendumu players. He's still got a handball away, but there was about 4 on to 1 there. The Yuendumu player went to ground. Woods into assist. And he takes his time, places it towards Tommy Hargraves. They had to take a good contested mark in the end.
Yeah, fantastic mark there. He plays on, gets around his player, drives the ball long, but there's a nest of Papunya players there. They can raffle it. The ball goes to ground. Yuendumu players coming in there. They are putting pressure on them. Ball goes out the back on the 50. Good kick in. Has a crack at it, but ball goes out to that gap side road wing here at Traeger Park. Ball now goes towards that player, and Roberts, he's got a bit of time. Short passes in, looking for the big man Sandy. Aben Sandy now 50 metres out from goal.
Tell you what, Blake, we haven't sort of mentioned a lot generally, but he's getting into the game. Is Morris Roberts on that far side wing in this term?
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to that wing. Here come the Magpies, though. Good intercepted mark there. Goes towards that number 5 is Watson, and he did really well to chop that off for the Maggies.
Ooh. Papunya off half-back, receiving the handball. Josiah Minor. He's certainly under a lot more pressure now. Little kick forward there by Kyle Butler. Don't know if it went the distance. The umpire paid it anyway. Byron Roberts with a handball over to Rowe. Rowe's kick is wide, bounces just inside the boundary line. Big Terence Abbott there trying to keep it in play, but I think we'll get a free kick to Yuendumu.
It's a bit interesting. Maybe the intensity's lifted a bit because the Papunya players look, they're starting to get a bit tired. The skills aren't as good. Maybe that's the pressure applied from the Magpies. Ball in front of the grandstand here. Good play by Wilson. Wilson gets a quick kick up, but great play there by the Papunya player in West. West now gives it off to Minor. Minor goes bang to half forward.
Oops.
Oh, players fly. Little Minor.
It was up and down.
Short passes it in over the Mac. Now McDonald gets it. Quick kick to the top of the square. That man.
We've got Pearce.
Sammy Pearce takes a good mark.
Oh, look at that. Just handballed off.
Sharing the goals.
Morris Roberts kicks it. Sammy Pearce could have if he wanted to. It's probably not another bad sign of this team, Sean. We've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah.
They share.
Yeah, when they go direct, they're damaging because when you get those one-on-one contests, like little Mara, he just flew for it. You know?
He was up and then down and then the ball arrived. He took the mark on his chest.
Yeah. He did really, really well.
I think the scoreboard at the ground's given the goal to the wrong team there.
You're right, Stan.
Should be reading 9 goals, 660. Yuendumu 3624. We've got it absolutely spot on ICTV. So I don't know if there's anyone actually at the ground watching the telly. I don't know if we can help them out that way.
I don't know that the umpire knows that Tyson Wood had the footy and he's waiting for the footy.
He had his back turned when Tyson. He's placed it down for him. So it should be 36 points of difference on the Power and Water scoreboard. It is on ICTV screens. Back into the action. Yuendumu through Tyson Woods. Maybe a centre clearance. He just couldn't quite get a handle on the footy. From lying on the ground, he tapped it over towards Tommy Hargraves, who was taken high. So a free kick will go to the Magpie. Yeah, he's been easily their best.
Yeah. Solid player.
He's given it everything. I know when he was a young man, he was very fond of salty plums. Had to pick his seeds up one day. Long kick by Hargraves, deep inside the attacking 50. Josiah Minor up, couldn't hold on to the mark. Big fella there for them, trying to bust his way through Malcolm Malta. Eventually a little kick out of defence. Fell into the lap of the Papunya players. They've played on with a handball over to Terence Rabuncha. And Rabuncha's made a little bit of a mess of that on the half-back flank now as the Magpies swarm and get some numbers around. Toe poke might be able to set them up. It goes inside the attacking 50. Back in Rabuncha. Rabuncha's handball away was under pressure. The Magpies get it. High kick's going to drop inside 50. Here comes Woods. Minor there for Papunya. The ball off hands taken by Lindsay Rowe.
Yeah, ball goes now. Kamala's got to do some work here. He gathers the footy. Takes him. Oh, great pressure there by the Magpie player in Watson. Watson causes the turnover. Now the Magpies defence runs it out. Good play there by Watson. Ball goes back to the wing. Papunya players there. Yuendumu player there in, I think that's Wheeler in there as well.
Free kick.
Umpires called a free kick to Rowe.
Player held was the signal.
Rowe now chips it across to Roberts. Roberts kicks it long. He's looking for Sandy. Aben Sandy takes a comfortable mark on 50.
It's not the first time we've seen this term either. Morris Roberts to Sandy in a similar position.
Oh, the big man he just has a crack at goals. Ball goes over the back. Abbott's in there, pushes the ball back into player. Magpie player under enormous pressure. Ball runs out of bounds. Be interesting to see what the umpire does here. Is it a Magpie kick or will it be a ball up?
Inside 50, it should be a ball up. Well done, Terence Abbott then. After the marking contest, that ball looked like it was going to go through for a behind. He made a big effort just to rake it back in, keep it in play. And they get a second crack at goal if they can get possession after the boundary thrown. Otherwise, the Magpie defence would have rushed that ball out of the back half.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great when you can get that out of your big blokes too. We expect him to go for the marking contest. We don't expect him to be great at ground level, but he was, and he's won the tap there too. They can't clear it. Whistle's gone. Oh, Papunya's going to get a free. So the player Abbott tapped the footy to. shot at goal, and it's one of the little miners. And this time it's Patrick.
Right.
Hasn't kicked a goal today. He got 3 last week, but he's been involved in setting up a few. Patrick Miner, 30 metres out. Tidy Shangle, the kick will go across the face of goals. They're not finishing as good as they were in the first term. Here's the Big Mac. Trevor McDonald onto the left. Oh, he's put it through, and he's excited about it. Papunya get their 9th on the board. 9-6-60. Yuendumu 4-6-30.
I think
Oops, sorry. Make that 10-6 to 3-6.
Yeah, we mentioned
Shouldn't have looked at the scoreboard at the ground.
We mentioned this last week, Stan. McDonald, he's just got... He doesn't look as quick as what he is. But he gets to those spots. He's got that good pace.
He knows how to find it. And then when he does get it, his use of the ball with that left is good.
Yeah. He just doesn't look like the speed that he has is unbelievable when he wants to get to a spot.
Since that first term, it's pretty well taken a quarter and a half, maybe a quarter and 3 quarters for Papunya to actually string a couple together now. Yuendumu certainly put the stops on.
Yeah, the pressure's been great. The defence has been holding up too. Watson's the back line. Here goes Woods. Woods now will get the ball. Hargraves, Woods now. He's got a little bit of space. Chips it over. Looking for his teammates down there in the forward line. Goes at the back of the pack. Good play. Yuendumu working the ball forward. Papunya in there. Yuendumu in there. Papunya. Now goes out the back of the pack. Magpies players in there. Still going at it. Now the ball at the back of the pack. That player in Marshall's in there. Hargraves is in there now. He's got a bit of space. Gets the ball on the boot, top of the square. Oh, great effort there by the Magpie player. Doesn't get a free kick. That player in Wheeler has a shot on goal. Great mark there by the Magpie player. Only about 2 metres out from goal. Hopefully we can pick his number up here, Stan.
Oh, he's going to play on quickly. I think he's been true with the banana. He has. Vital goal to Yuendumu just before 3/4 time, and they can get that margin back to where it was, about 30 points at half time. Just have a look on the replay here.
Wheeler gets it and just snaps it over his shoulder, and then the player, good mark, read it beautifully.
Deep in the forward pocket. Sets the mark himself for the umpy too. And then he played on before the cameraman, well done. Managed to pick it up.
Goal.
We're not too sure of the goal kicker. Apologies again to those of you watching out there that would like to know who everyone from Yuendumu is. So would we. It's just a bit hard with the numbers on the back of the jumpers not standing out at all. Here's Shane Kamala with the centre clearance for Papunya. Slams it onto the right boot, up towards the 50. Sandy got hands on it, brought it to ground. Ooh. That was the objective, I think. Here's the Big Mac burrowing his way through the bottom of the pack again. Trevor McDonald. Ball spills out Papunya's way. Andrew Pollard trying to spin out of trouble. The Big Mac again on the left boot. The snap towards goal. It's gone through for a behind, but I reckon the whistle had already gone, had it?
It's a Magpie free kick.
Yeah, the whistle had already gone.
Number 12.
That may be a bit unlucky it's not a 50-metre penalty then.
Forrest. Looking for Hargraves. Papunya plays in there, short kick. Goes up high. Good play by the Magpie defence. I think that's Forrest again. Kicks it out to Woods. Woods now's got a little bit of time. Gives it over the top. Finds his teammate now who has a bounce. The Magpies are away. Going towards half forward. Wheeler's there at the back. Good play there by the Magpies. Here they go to half forward. Ball goes to ground. Oh, great defence there by the Papunya players, and it goes out to that player in Roberts.
He's had a terrific 3rd quarter, Morris Roberts.
Yeah, he's owned that wing.
Racked it up out there. Got the Wayne Braun. A bit of a Wayne Braun effort in days gone by. Out on the Wayne Braun wing on the Gap Road side of the ground. Tyson Woods. Little soccer off the ground. I would say, by the way, Tyson's even moving through the midfield, even though he's getting lots of footy. He's not 100% at the moment.
Yeah.
Yuendumu linking up with a handball, all under pressure as they get it to half forward. Now the little kick off the outside of the boot, bounces inside the attacking 50. The Papunya defence, straight onto it, strong tackle, 3/4 time siren goes. And a quarter in which Yuendumu got themselves, well maintained how the game was travelling. 30 points was the difference at half-time, and I think it's 30 points the difference again at 3/4 time. You won't see that on the TV screen at the moment, but I reckon that might be rectified when the goal umpires meet. So 30 points the difference on the Power and Water scoreboard. 3/4 time in the double chance semi-final for Bush under-18s. You're watching it on ICTV. Can the Magpies mount a comeback? You'll only see it on this channel. Don't go anywhere.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting.
What for?
For big water leak. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen. You can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get to do the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. Maybe I can hunt for leaks too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Water. How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
Milpa the trachoma goanna is here to show you how to protect yourself, your family, and your community from coronavirus. Make sure you wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Keep 3 steps away from all people. Cough and sneeze into your elbow or tissue and throw used tissues into the bin. Wash your hands with soap and water again. Don't share drinks and smokes. And stay home if you don't need to go out. For more information about coronavirus, COVID-19, please contact your local health clinic.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
And welcome back to ICTV and our coverage of the 2020 AFL Central Australia Finals Footy Series. 3/4 time in the double chance semi for the under-18s, and scoreboard has been corrected. Papunya 10-6-66, Yuendumu 4-6-30. It's 36 points the difference on the Power and Water scoreboard at the final break. So what can Yuendumu do about this? Have got a 6-goal margin to make up. We don't necessarily think they need to have to win the game to still have premiership aspirations. If they can narrow the margin in this final term, they may get another crack at Papunya in 2 weeks' time via the preliminary final. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me to discuss that, Sean Cusack.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, it's about testing the opposition out. If you get another crack at them, then you can sort of work out what their weaknesses are. Look, every time, but I've got to tell you this though, every time Yuendumu have tested the Papunya side out, the Papunya side have had the answers. But it's still remained a 30-point buffer that was kicked in the first quarter. So it's been even Stevens since for the second and third quarters. So it'll be interesting to see how the Magpies sort of respond in the last quarter. I wonder if they've spoken about that sort of stuff.
Well, they would have got some good advice at three-quarter time. We just saw on the screen, big Warwick Williams had been out there at the three-quarter time huddle. I think that may even be Leo Jarrah walking away now towards a half-forward flank. So if you've got experience like that hanging around the huddle, I think the young fellas from Yuendumu are going to hear some pretty good advice.
Yeah, and they've got Jamie Nelson there and...
Casman Spencer, is it?
No.
Not Casman?
Nope. There's Liam LJ's down there as well for the Yuendumu coaching staff.
Said, talking off air earlier, he's been playing football interstate this year.
Yeah, that's what we've heard, down in Whyalla. So good for him, good. Man, it's been good for him, a bit of a change, and it's good to see him out here, still having a big part to do with the Magpies.
And gee, great for footy fans down in that neck of the woods, just to roll down to your country oval and see a bloke who set the AFL world on a light just less than a decade ago, a Mark of the Year taker.
Yep.
Fantastic, you'd just be rolling up Whyalla footy going, oh, have a look at that. We get to see it all the time here in Central Australia. Enormous football talent in the bush. Papunya 10-6, 66, Yuendumu 4-6-30. Power and Water scoreboard, centre bounce. Tommy Hargraves done a mountain of work for the Magpies today. Can't get the centre clearance. Ball will be given to Papunya, holding the ball, the decision from the umpire. So the Eagles spread it out wide to Sammy Pearce, who marks on the half-forward flank. He'll wheel around onto that lovely left boot.
And Pearce goes long, looking for Sandy. Sandy flies, goes to ground. Great play there by the Papunya side just to get it in there. Wilson, though, recovers. Great work there by Papunya to gather the back. I think that was...
Is it Terence Rabunja?
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Rabunja has a snap on goal. Wilson's effort there was fantastic again.
Now take the kick in.
Yeah. Big man goes the torpedo.
Look at that.
That's at least 60 metres. Reminding everyone this is an under-18s game. Great kick.
Boomer.
Here's another bloke that can kick a footy too in minor. He does the same thing back.
It's torpy time. Is that a goal? Touched.
Great work by the Magpie player to get there and touch the footy.
I reckon we might get a few of those torpedoes in this final term now that we've had a couple of testers. Everyone's going to want to try and beat it. As the Magpies move the ball out of defence, they're going to favour the gap road side of the ground and make it even harder for the commentators to see the back of their jumpers and the numbers on it. Kick to the half-forward flag was a beauty. Chest mark's been taken out in front of the tree of knowledge.
I think that's brilliant.
Short pass, another one over the top. Mark has been taken by, I think it's Houston Marshall. I put him down for a goal in that third term when we didn't know who it was. Oh, there's a good goal.
That's a beautiful
40 out on the run. So do we make it Houston Marshall?
Now, is it Marshall or Wheeler?
We've got Wheeler down for a couple.
I reckon you might be right. It might be Marshall.
Looked like an 8.
Great build up there by the Magpies, wasn't it?
It was. That's their best passage of play today.
And long.
It's a bit rugged when you look at someone's number and you go, it looks like an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Houston Marshall, you've got 2 according to us on ICTV.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Players go at it. Well done. Goes towards the Papunya way. There's Inkamala. Good play by the Magpies player. Inkamala goes again, though. Second effort. Magpie player in there. Yeah, he's going to get a free kick for it. Well, there's a bit going on there. Boys, fellas, just get back to playing footy. Ball now, kick to the wing. Good effort there by the Papunya player. Looks like the ball's going to run out of bounds here. Good blocking, good shepherding. Great work there by number 25 in Pollard. Pollard now kicks it to half forward. Magpie player flies. Ball goes out the back. Miners in there. This could be dangerous. Two players in there. Pollard and Miner. Ball goes out the back of the pack. What's the umpire going to call?
Advantage to the Maggies.
Here you go, the Maggies to the middle of the ground.
Kick will clear the intended target, waiting at the back, Territory Buncher. What a nice game today. Short pass out wide to Morris Roberts. Out on the Roberts wing, we'll call it for this particular game. He's had a stack of footy there. Handball back to Lindsay Rowe, also been impressed with his game, so they do the triangle on the end. Back to Rabuncher, who started it all. He's got it right smack bang in the centre of Traeger Park. Plays on with a little handball backwards to Lindsay Rowe again. Gee, their foot passing is good. This one straight onto the chest of the big fella, Josiah Miner. Miner's kick to the half-forward flank. Ball off hands. Little Papunya player through some traffic there. Good stuff by Zach West. Got it to his teammate. Kick goes towards the goal, and big Aben Sandy has taken the mark at the top of the goal square.
Lucky there, Sandy.
You thought about it?
Yeah, I think it was Brown who probably got pushed in the bit of a push there, but the umpires paid the mark.
Decent sized lad for an under 18.
Oh, big lad.
Aben Sandy.
Great kick.
Got the two-tone hair, and he's got a goal on the board. Papunya look like they're about to start celebrating entering a grand final in 2020 at under 18 level. 11.874, Yuendumu 5.636, Power and Water scoreboard. Here's the replay. The little fella, Zach West, through some traffic. That was great. Jordan Pollard had a good game.
That's just pure strength, eh?
Yeah.
The big man.
2 steps, if that. Aben Sandy's got his second. Just seemed to have the sort of makeup of player right across the ground that you want in a team. A couple of big marking targets up forward.
Yeah, they've got everything.
Lots of those tall running types. Gee, big Josiah Martin, number 20. Josiah Miner, sorry. Oh.
And, you know, you got Sammy Pearce now. He's playing in the midfield, he's playing up forward. And then you have Miner, who was sitting on the wing for 2 quarters, and now he's in the ruck. Anyways, Papunya now got the footy. Kick up forward. Umpire plays on. Big man. Sandy's underneath it.
Oh. It probably turned out for him in the end. I thought he had a right to... he was thinking about stopping, not taking the advantage.
Exactly.
Might have been called it.
And, Molto played on, the big guy, and then he gets it to Sandy. Sandy now only 10 metres out from goal on a slight angle. He's just
not happy with that. Point on the board to Papunya.
You would have thought that would have been an easy one for him.
Yeah, well, he got that one in the third term too, from right over in front of the scoreboard. Tight angle, long distance. Can be like that for a few blokes, though.
Yeah.
Closer they get, the tighter they get.
Yeah.
The nerves kick in. Is that Wilson?
Wilson.
Been terrific in the back half.
Yeah, he's battled it out all day, under a lot of pressure. Great kick out to his teammate there. Short pass. Turns, goes to half forward, plays underneath it. Good play. Here you go, Papunya. The pressure coming from the Magpies. Ball still on the ground. Magpies do really well. He's just got to get rid of it.
Tackle.
Great tackle and chase from Corby. Play on. Half forward, McDonald. Takes an easy grab. He's got 2 players there if he wants him.
Pass from Inkamala.
Yeah, beautiful.
Terrific. We might see Shade Inkamala in action again today. I reckon
in the A grade?
Well, he played A grade last week, and I don't know, if they got 22 older blokes that are better than him, they're going pretty well.
Yeah. Ball. Actually, McDonald just played on, and I think he was trying to go for a bit more extra distance, and the ball up. There'll be a ball up.
Deep in attack for Papunya. It's a matter of how big the margin is in this particular game. Yuendumu will try and close it. They want to come back and have another go at this mob in 2 weeks' time. little bit of pressure there on the kicker from Papunya. Has the ball gone out on the full? We'll wait on the umpires to sort this out. There's the signal.
Yeah, that's out in the full.
Bounds on the full decision. And Ethan Miller to take the kick in for Yuendumu from that back pocket. That's a nice, I was going to say nice looking kick out in front of Tommy Hargraves, but it was a bit too wide in the end. Tommy couldn't get there. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and Shane in Kamala to bring it back into play for Papunya.
Just rushed the kick there.
Yeah, the right idea. Yeah. Hargraves was in the space.
Yep.
We'll pass over the top is good. Right on the boundary line now. This will be just inside 50 too. Not sure, is that Zach West? Sure.
I reckon you're right. Leans back. Square, players fly. Yuendumu player in there. Gets a quick kick out. Wilson. Ball goes to ground. Player gets grabbed. Well done by the Magpie defence.
Might be 18 again, Ethan Miller.
Yeah, Ethan.
Get this kick right.
Chips it out.
Well done.
I think that's Brown. They go long to the wing. Player just waiting there. Takes a grab. Kicks it to half forward. Gets taken
upfield.
Tackled after the ball was kicked. Free kick to the Magpies.
They'll be looking just to get a late goal so they can look up that scoreboard at the end of the game and go, well, it's 5 or 6 goals of difference. Teams have come from semi-final losses, come back from that and won premierships. They wouldn't want it to get too much, the margin to blow out too much more. And they're still working hard, the Magpies out there in front of the scoreboard. A little kick forward goes out of bounds. Papunya will get the free kick in the back pocket.
Oh, no,
and in fact, we might get a ball up. Fair enough when it's inside either of the 50s, I think. Yeah. Josiah Minor doing the ruck work. He's got the height for it. He just slaps that and gains about 30 metres for Papunya before the ball goes out of bounds again. It'll be interesting to see what the decision is this time.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna
another ball up.
Ball up again.
Maybe it was just inside the 50. So Minor, he's done the same thing. Slapped it about another 20 metres forward in Papunya's direction. Quick kick, get it up towards the wing, standing his ground, taking the mark. Nicely done. I think it was Gavin Spencer.
Yeah, nice.
And the pass forward is good too. Perhaps Houston Marshall. Apologies for the guesswork, Yuendumu fans. Just a bit of difficulty with those numbers. Shot a goal here from 52 metres out.
Ooh,
and he's gone pretty close. Might have been just touched on the line and then hit the post.
That was a really good kick.
It was. A point, the best in the business down there to tell us. Terry Bell.
Ball now gets kicked out. Papunya take a good mark.
Might have been
Goes
Byron
to
Roberts.
Back Roberts. Quick kick now. McDonald's got it on the wing. He's looking for a handball.
Clever.
Oh, he should have gave it over to Inkabala.
He was thinking about it.
Great work there by Spencer. Short pass. I think that's Wheeler. Wheeler goes long. Ball goes to ground. Good spoil there by that player in Corby.
Cayman Corby. That's the other thing Papunya have got. When you do get inside that defensive 50, their spoiling from behind's been great, and their ability to rebound out of the back half's been excellent as well.
Yeah, and I reckon you've just touched on something there, Stan. Like, the Papunya players actually punch and spoil. They don't actually try and mark from behind.
If behind, go the punch.
Yep.
So out of the back half, Papunya trying to take the footy. Of course, Yuendumu trying to keep it in there. A little toe poke, gained some more meterage there for Papunya. Orange Boots, who was at for Yuendumu. High kick inside the attacking 50 again. There's that spoil. And a little bit of a tackle, maybe play held on to too long. Umpires let things go. Shot at goal, the outside of the boot for the Magpies, right to the line off hands. And through for another behind. Again, they haven't let Papunya completely run away with this game, so
that's
some things they can hang their hat on.
And when the ball's around Wheeler and that, like, it's dangerous. Oh, he almost kicked
Oh,
that.
there's another torpy. That's a massive kick. Patrick Minor takes a mark on the back flank of the chest.
Minor. He's looking for Pearce. Ball goes out the back. West almost gets it. Magpie players in there. Good work. Get the ball moving their way. It's front of the grandstand here at Traeger Park.
Oh, good body work.
Solid effort there. Well done by the Magpie playing Gibson. Gibson's got a little bit of time. Gets around. Great defence. Sammy Pearce, well done.
Oh, there's a little bit happening out on the wing. We're sticking with the footy. Big fella Aben Sandy's got it on the 50.
Sandy's
running
away.
in towards goal. Sammy's had about 4 or 5 bounces. There's no one there because they're all on the wing. Sandy puts it through for a goal. There's a bit else happening you're not seeing on the cameras at the moment on the grandstand side wing. We'll concentrate on the positive stuff. Aben Sandy has got his 3rd goal. Score now, I make 12 goals 9, 81 to 5-8, 38. We see on the replay that Sandy bounce after bounce after bounce as he ran in towards goal. In fact, it was Malcolm Moulter apologised to him. It was Aben Sandy standing there cheering him on. Malcolm Moulter gets his first.
And the umpire's going to ball up. I think that's
back in the
probably
centre.
the best thing he should
Players
do.
streaming back now.
And let the players play. Get back on
All the action was out on the wing. Look, everyone needs to take a deep breath and realise this is a semi-final too. You could be suspended and be out of the rest of the final series if you get involved in some of this stuff.
Yeah, look, the Magpies haven't been too bad, you know. They just got to keep playing, and Papunya guys have just got to get back on the playing footy, both teams, and finish off the game. There's only 3 minutes left.
Certainly, when you look at the scoreboard, there's no need for any of this.
No, and they might meet each other a bit later on down the track. So, ball back up in the middle of the ground. Pearce now, head over the footy. Oh, he gets bumped high.
A couple of blokes gone down here. There's a Yuendumu player down in the centre circle. A Papunya player dropped to his knees where the ball was. Yellow cards come out. Might be Tommy Hargraves who's been given his marching orders, and they need him next week and the week after.
Exactly, and Tommy's been fantastic.
Morris Roberts delivers inside 50. Meanwhile, for Papunya, will follow the footy. Oh, some elusive play there. Little Zach West couldn't get beaten the ball. Holding the ball, the decision. Great chasing by the Magpie defence.
Yeah, that was beautiful tackle.
Well, things have calmed down a little bit now. 2 minutes left, and I think the umpires and the league officials will be hoping it's a very quick and uneventful 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's not long to go. Wilson's been great today, kicks it out wide for the Magpies. Ball now, well done by the Papunya players. West in there.
Yep. Things are getting willing.
There's a few yellow cards.
The umpire pulling out a red card this time.
Oh.
And
I don't
think Matt Scoss. I don't know if he should be touching the
I don't
player.
think he should be touching the player either.
Meanwhile, Papunya get on with the footy, kick inside 50. Chest mark's been taken by Aben Sandy, who'll go and line up for goal, and he's indicating to everyone out there to calm down, settle down, run the clock down. It might be the wise thing to do at the moment. 1 minute 20 seconds left. Aben Sandy has kicked 2 goals so far. Nice looking kick. He's put it through, and the Eagles continue to celebrate. They're going to be into an under-18 grand final. I make the score 13 goals, 987 myself, but on the Power and Water scoreboard, Papunya 12, 981, Yuendumu 5, 8, 38.
What a big kick, nice kick.
He's kicked 3 goals, all of them in this second half. Provides a marking target. Sizable lad, but he's got a bit of mobility to go with it. They've got a couple like that.
Yeah.
Terrence Abbott, Big Moulter. They might be sizable lads, but they've got mobility and they've definitely got skill, and the Big Mac too, Trevor McDonald. We shouldn't forget him.
Yeah, that's it. He's been super today. Both teams have been great. They've been. It's been a competitive game, and finish the game off, lads. something we need to see.
It has. Look, Yuendumu, they've still got something to work on here. There goes the siren. Papunya are into the 2020 Bush Under-18 Grand Final. Yuendumu might get another crack at them next week. They go to the preliminary final and take on Ginger Porter. Now that final score, I think the one on the scoreboard is going to be changed after the goal umpires confer, as is often the case here at Traeger Park. I reckon it's Papunya 13 goals, 987 to Yuendumu 5-8-38. Bear with us, we'll correct it at some stage later on in the telecast. Just good to see down on the sidelines at the moment, looking in the replay here as well, but I can tell you on the sidelines at the moment, everything has calmed down. Two clubs getting together, lots of handshaking going on, and that's what we want. So there's the first game out of the road. Victory to Papunya at under-18 level. They're heading towards a grand final in 2 weeks' time. Yuendumu will have to beat Ginger Porter next week to get a crack at that one. This Papunya side continues their undefeated run.
They're a good side, yep.
I'll quickly give you the goal kickers that I have for the Eagles. 3 to Richard Minor, 3 to Aben Sandy. Richard Minor got all 3 in the first term, set the scene. 1 each for Shane Kamala, Zach West, Morris Roberts, Sammy Pearce, Jalen Anderson, Malcolm Moulter and Travis McDonald, so they shared them around. For Yuendumu, 2 to Houston Marshall, 2 to Clifford Wheeler, 1 to Tyson Woods, and we might have an interview to go to down on the ground. Stick with us on ICTV, bringing you all the footy action, but then also talking with some of the main players down on the ground after the game. Quickly recap the score too while we've got a chance from the one played earlier today. Ginger Porter 13-5-83, Plenty Highway 9-6-60, 23 points the difference.
Yeah, cool.
Let's cross down to the ground.
All right, so here we have
See what's
Christoph
happening down there.
Nelson, the coach of Papunya, who have just defeated Yuendumu in the first semi-final, which puts you guys through to under-18s grand final. Christoph, how do you think it went? Good game?
It is really good. I'm really happy for winning. I think we're trying for number 6 grand final because we didn't win any grand final in 5 years. Yeah. Maybe we're going to make it this year. Yeah.
So you guys now, you got the luxury of finishing top of the ladder. Now you sit and wait for the winner of Yuendumu and Ginger Porter, mate. Any thoughts on who will win that game? Thanks, mate. Any thoughts on who will win that game, or anyone you'd rather play in the grand final, or you just sit and watch?
Yeah, I'll just sit back, relax and watch who we're going to play in the grand final.
Beautiful. So just to give our viewers some sort of feeling, Papunya's how many kilometres, mate, or how far from Alice Springs?
We got 300 kilometres from Alice Springs.
And your boys slept in Alice Springs last night or camped halfway? Or
We always camp halfway. Yeah, outside of Alice Springs.
big effort to play country footy, and well done, mate, through the grand final.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Jared Taylor.
Oh, there, I was trying to find you.
We're watching ICTV and our coverage of the 2020 AFL Central Australia Footy Final Series, or you could be watching the gymnastics at the Olympics, for all we know. While the interviews are going on down on the sidelines there, the players doing some acrobatic stuff in the background. Even big Terrence Abbott showing us a bit.
Yeah, I can understand the lighter lads. Terrence Abbott had a crack, and he was just as spectacular.
Good stuff. Papunya won that one. Stay with us on ICTV. 2 more great finals games coming your way. Senior action of elimination final action next.
ICTV, showing our way.
Water. How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
And we could do one
where we go, First Nations Media Australia is watching ICTV.
Yes.
How's that?
First Nations Media Australia is watching ICTV.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
My name is Kiara Bailey and I'm from Alice Springs. I've worked at ICTV for 4.5 years. I started in 2013. So I started off as the trainee admin officer, then went on to admin officer and also done other production roles such as camera operator, basic editor, production assistant runner, and my latest was directing the bedtime stories. The first thing I made for ICTV was how to submit content to ICTV.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and